everyone, and welcome back to Journey to Ragnarok. Last we left off, the party took their lovely quest from the male patriarch, Billinger, the other twin, for their own special trial, which involved going into mysterious woods and getting a piece of bark that represents them and themselves. We ended with Gwyn, Tobias, and Gudrun's adventures, but now we have an Astrid with us. So Astrid, lovely Astrid, you've witnessed your party members, one by one, walking into the woods. You all walked into the woods together, side by side. And one by one, they began to disappear. Where it's just you slowly walking. Gwyn's not there, Tobias isn't there. Thank God Gudrun's not there. And it's just you in this silence. You hear the woods, you hear the sound of quiet. Until eventually your feet begin to... The sound of footfalls on a forest floor disappear, and instead you're hearing the sound of footfalls on a wooden floor. And you find yourself in a hall. A familiar hall. The hall that you've spent many a childhoods in back at Palehofen. Except it's seemingly empty, but every seat of the main table has a plate on it. And there's food, and there's drink. But it's just you.
Great. This is fine.
This is normal.
This is great. It's, So, I am just assuming that this isn't real, but can I do an Arcana check anyway?
Sure.
All right.
18. Honestly, that's kind of correct, because you definitely feel your footfalls on wood. If you go up to the table, you can touch it, and it's the same table that has been in your father's hall for as long as you've known. But in your head, you're definitely thinking, I'm not back on Midgard. I very much walked into the woods, and suddenly I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so... I'm going to walk over to my father's chair at the head of the long table.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to sit down in my father's chair, looking out over the table, and just say very conversationally, so it was my understanding that the honeymoon was supposed to be you leaving me alone.
Give me a perception check. As you sit down in the chair, you see and hear a couple of things. Firstly, you hear the sound of laughter, joyous retellings of stories, the hall filling with voices as slowly but surely these apparitions begin to appear with, at the table and the various seats. You can see people that you know. You can see the twin warriors.
My boys.
You see your siblings. You see a bunch of other figures from Helhoffen all enjoying themselves, all having a good time. You do not see your father.
Yeah.
You do not see his wife.
No, I better not.
And as you say this out towards, as you say this towards the just open space, you feel as if no one is intending to respond.
Okay.
But not a feeling of Loki doesn't want to talk to you. Loki's not here.
Okay. Okay. That's new and interesting. I would like to try to address one of the twins and see if they notice me or talk back.
Okay.
I'm gonna blow them a kiss.
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
You blow a kiss. And we'll say it's Kyo.
Okay.
He sees it. And he has this look of... like, that was odd.
Besottedness, like they always do when they look at me, right?
No,
right?
He has a look of, that was very strange and that was very odd.
Damn it.
And with your high roll, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give this to you. Whether it's you yourself or you just didn't notice because they appeared as you sat down, but you might not be you, and he might be looking at your father.
Not again! Oh, okay. Great. Don't you love that I have to say, oh no, not again, to that? So yeah, let me look down at myself.
As you look down, you still appear to be yourself. Whether your actions have had any sway on the realm of Midgard, because you do see, kind of like almost hovering above your own body, is this ghostly image sitting in the chair.
Mm-hmm. That's going to take some explaining. That'll be fun for my dad.
And the ghostly image is definitely not yourself. It is your father.
Okay. Oh boy, okay. I'm just gonna kind of send out a general all-purpose little telegram to the gods and just say, all right, this is cute. It's cute. Yes, I'm my dad. I'm in the hall. What do you want? Whoever's doing this, what do you want?
You hear no response. You do know that, you do remember that this trial that the twin brother sent you on, your group on, required you to go into the woods and find a piece of bark that represented who you are and bring it back. And seemingly the woods have shifted into your home.
So, I'm going to assume, just because of the stature that my father has, that this picture that you're showing is actually fairly accurate in terms of the pillars being carved and all that?
Yeah.
Is it possible that on the wall behind my father's chair, there's a big carving?
There would be.
Is it also... Stop. Is it also possible that it's of the world tree?
I believe that would be correct, because if I'm remembering correctly, and it's been a while, I believe your family are the Odin's Eye.
Yeah, we
So
are.
I do believe it would indeed be a carving of the world tree.
Okay. I am going to get up from the chair and take out my belt knife and go to the carving and take a strip off of it from a part of the trunk of the tree.
Okay. You cut into it. You would expect there to be resistance, but there is none as you slice it off. And as you hold this chunk in your hands, the image of your father still remains behind in the chair. And you see he looks a bit down, despite the festivities. And you can follow his look. He seems to be looking towards an empty chair where a plate still remains.
Is it my chair?
Yes.
Oh, Daddy.
However, after a moment, before things kind of begin to fade for you, he slams a cup down onto his seat as everyone comes to attention, and he gets a bit more life in his face as he holds out his cup that is just overflowing. And he shouts out, "This one will be remembered for Astrid, my daughter."
Hmm.
And then
That could be good or bad.
he swings the cup and downs it in one gulp. You can feel the room begin to fade away back into the woods. And as you walk out, there's a sight to see as Gudrun and Gwyn are currently side by side laughing with each other. And Tobias is kind of just standing there, somewhat taking it in as well, as you are the last to leave the woods. And you do still have this chunk of bark or wood carving in your hand.
Okay. I'm going to refrain from telling Gwyn that she's a traitor for laughing with Gudrun. And
Fair.
just sort of wave and go, "Hey, did everybody get their bark?"
Tobias holds up his piece of wood.
Awesome.
Gwen finally composing herself, because she and Gudrun are laying face up on the ground next to each other. It was just like belly laughs, and she just kind of sits up, regaining her breath from her laughter, and says, "Yeah, I got mine." And she'll hold up what is a nearly perfect square that has four symbols carved into it.
Oh. Did you do that, or is that what you found?
That's what I found. I don't know. I don't know what everyone else experienced, but I talked to Mimir, or at least a piece of him. And this was carved into the side of the tree he presented himself to me on. And I was told to take it, and I don't know if this group is going to try to take the bark from me, but I did jot the symbols down in my book, so I'll at least be able to remember them going forward if anything is to happen to this piece.
Good. That's unusual.
Oh, I agree. And for the brief time that I had to talk to him, I didn't really get to inquire much about the symbols on here, but they are rather interesting looking.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like them, just this style. It's very different. Well, I got this. I got taken back to Heilhofen. It was odd. I thought it was my darling bridegroom, but apparently not. And this is from the world tree behind Father's chair in the main hall.
I think, no, I don't think Gudrun would care too much to say anything. She's probably just holding up her own piece, which is this kind of jagged-looking horn that she has in her hands. Probably doesn't say much about it.
It's just probably, look what I got.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Excellent bark
I don't think-
there, Gudrun.
I don't think Tobias would say much, but I think just even the briefest of glances looking at the wood, you can tell that it looks bloodied, and there's
Ooh,
like a hole straight in the center of it.
okay. And do you look bloodied, Tobias?
No,
Okay.
I'm not bloodied, but the 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 bark that I carved out is very bloody.
Okay. Okay. Well, shall we?
I suppose. I mean, we've got what we were expected to get. Looking up, can I gauge how long we were in there?
Ooh, good question.
Give me a nature.
I would love to help you.
You can give the advantage.
We can calculate some angles and stuff.
Hold on. I actually have keen mind.
Oh, you don't need my help.
Unless you want to roll with advantage on that because I'm in a different realm.
I am going to ask for a nature still with advantage.
Sure. Nature.
Damn.
28.
Time has seemingly not changed whatsoever since you walked in.
Oh, okay. Well, Gwen would announce as she's like kind of getting to her feet. Well, it doesn't seem like we were in there very long. At least judging by the sky. So I don't know if us returning will be a surprise or not, but for how fast we've completed this, but we will find out.
Yeah, let's go find out.
Okay. You head back to the home of the brother, where some of the elves are surprised to see you all returning with each of your pieces. You are welcomed back in. You are able to show off the pieces and be granted audience proper this time with the twin brother, also known as Billinger.
As we're walking in, I will whisper to Astrid, as a reminder, they normally only speak Elvish. Remind me, do you speak Elvish?
Yes, I do.
Okay, perfect. I don't
Yes.
want anything to get lost in translation, so we can double translate together as needed.
Yes, thank you. No, I'm a little shaken from the whole wood thing, so thank you for the reminder.
Of course, and I will give her hand a squeeze as we walk inside, reminding her that I'm here.
All right. And so what I'm going to ask is, you can plead your case as to why the twins must forgive each other. I believe you already pled your case with the sister, and she accepted. It worked. So what I'm going to ask is, plead your case, and you can either actually roleplay it out, or you can just roll me a persuasion with advantage now, whatever you prefer, and we'll see how it works.
If we role play it out, can we lower the DC?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll allow it.
Nice. Pepper?
Yes.
And,
Or Anthony, I leave it to you.
and as a
Time to ham it up.
as a reminder, the twins were slighted against each other. One of them slighted the other but did not know it. And that is what is keeping the twin houses away from each other. You've convinced the sister to make amends with the brother, but now you have to convince the brother to make amends with the sister.
And remind me, please, which one did the sliding?
I believe it was the brother.
Okay. And do we know what he did?
I
Because he doesn't.
I think Gwyn found out that it was related to a potential stolen family item.
Okay. Okay. And do we know what the item was by chance?
You did not figure that out.
Okay. And sorry, since I was not here, can you give me a little breakdown of Billinger? How old is he? What does he look like? Does he look a hell of a lot like his twin? What's happening?
They are both this ethereal-looking form, very different to the other elves you've seen, the bug-like ones. They are very much like ethereal, almost genderless, except you can tell that he's a male just from the bulk on him.
Okay.
Both of the twins have the exact same features. Literally, the only way you can tell this one is the brother is because of his bulk.
Okay. Great. Okay, and we're just tawdry, dirty little Midgardians, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So as we get let in, I'm going to take a deep breath and just, kind of try to center myself, and then step forward with this really brilliant smile that is not like ingratiating at all. It's just like a sincere smile. And what did we talk to him about again before?
The party entered. They said, "Hey, can we talk with you?" He said, "You can talk with me if you do this trial," and then you left on the trial.
Okay. So what has happened to our pieces of wood? Do we still have them?
Oh yeah, you're still carried. That's
Okay.
what has allowed you to gain proper
Got it.
audience with him now.
Thank
So
you.
you guys are at
I just didn't know if they got taken
Yeah.
at the door or anything. All right.
you would
So
still have them, but you're now at. They have let you come to his
Okay.
throne. Yeah.
Great. Thank you. Okay. So I give him a smile, and I'm holding this piece that I carved off the wall in two hands and kind of offering it and saying, Mighty
Before
Lord,
we step in,
Oh, go ahead.
Tobias is gonna just pat Astrid on the back and say, I trust that Freya would give you her blessing in mending this community. That's guidance for you.
Thank you, Tobias. I hope that's true. Okay.
Roll me
Me too.
a religion, Astrid.
Okay.
Nice.
Dice are hot tonight.
You do not feel the guidance take effect.
Oh no!
Oh shit.
This is your quest that she put you on. You have to do it yourself. You are not getting her power.
That bitch. And I would say it to her face, you know I would. Okay. I'm gonna keep that to myself at the moment. Because I don't want to start like a whole discussion thing as we're standing here. So I'm holding the wood out and I give just a little bow. I say, Mighty Prince, as you see, we have returned from your quest. Would you care to inspect what we have brought you?
He'll stand and look over each of the individual pieces of bark and in Elvish, say what is essentially, it's impressive that each of you Midgardians made it through this. Speak your case.
Thank you for allowing us to prove that we are sometimes stronger than we look. My lord, would you say that you are a man with nobly motivated feelings?
Repeat that so my real human brain can catch up to what you just said.
Okay. I asked if he feels like he is someone who has nobly motivated feelings.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I think he would nod his head.
That comes as no surprise. And I admit that I do not know much about your customs, but I assume that you have achieved your position in large part, at least, because you rule fairly and take the interests of your community to heart. Would that be accurate?
He nods his head again, taking all of this in.
So, if it were in the interest of the community at large, would you say that you are a man who could perhaps stoop slightly from the highness of your station in order to do a good?
I suppose.
Thank you for your frankness. It has come to our attention that you may have inadvertently, of course, without knowing it, taken something that your sister wishes for very much. And I don't know if you've noticed, but she's been a little miffed.
I don't think he says anything directly.
Okay.
He definitely has the look on his face as if he's thinking about something.
Okay.
But then gestures for you to continue, like, where is this going?
All right. We are here because the goddesses set us a task. I will be completely open with you. And it was to bring peace back to your community. Now, I don't know what it is that you have taken or that you have that she feels belongs to her, but I feel like from what you've told me before that you are a man who is willing to commit himself to peace, even if perhaps the fault isn't on your side or wasn't at all on purpose.
Roll me your persuasion with advantage.
Okay. $25.
He gets up from his seat, and you can see him kind of call over like a servant elf, right? You can hear him say to you, well then, I suppose you're right. And then he'll turn to the servant elf and say, send word to my sister. We will have conversation over drink to discuss. And they walk off.
I will bow my head to him and say, you've shown today that you are very wise.
I give not Astrid. I give Gudrun a pull next to me to make her bow. I know Tobias will bow, but I know Gudrun will just, it's like not paying attention at all. So I will like grab her and like pull her down in a bow with me.
Yeah. He accepts the bows and sits back down, says, well, you are more than welcome to rest here. You've proven your worth. Or if you have greater things to achieve, you may go.
That is most generous. We appreciate your hospitality and would be glad to accept it. I don't know that we have any need of witnessing this conversation if you would prefer it to be private with your sister, but I do think we need to stay until a conclusion is reached, if that suits you.
Oh, do not worry. There will be a conclusion.
Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking, Astrid shoots Gwyn a look like, did that sound menacing?
He does not seem to be antagonistic.
Okay.
But we know that his sister is, so that's the thing that Gwen's questioning, because they just had to fight naked for the privilege to talk to this woman.
Right.
So the look that Gwen gives back to Astrid is kind of like, I don't know, because this guy obviously seems like the logical one, but she is not.
Right. No, I mean, Astrid's thinking, I fought naked before, I'll do it again if I have to. I enjoyed it. And I will say, would you perhaps like to hear a poem while we wait for your sister?
He'll nod his head. And
All right. I will recite some epic about elves in Midgard and how amusing it is to go slumming, basically.
Okay. As you're doing that, can Astrid, Tobias, and Gwyn, can the three of you roll me perceptions, please?
Is this based on vision or hearing?
Vision.
Okay.
All of you, the three of you see this. As Astrid, as you're maybe finishing your poem, you see a bird fly in, perch up on like a dangling, like wooden beam within the room. You are able to identify it as a raven that begins to caw. Mere maybe seconds after the first raven comes in, just like the audio, you hear the flapping of more wings as a second raven lands right next to the first. It begins to caw.
Do I recognize those ravens?
They're Hugin and Munin.
Yeah,
Astrid
so.
is just glaring at them.
Gwen will take Astrid's hand again, reminding her that she needs to calm down.
You know, it's not enough. The goddesses have us doing this. And now he's got to see what's going on and interfere. I love it. I love this so much.
With the 27 and the 30, Hugin and Munin are making motions for your group to leave the building.
Well,
Do the motions seem like urgent, or it's like, hey, you should be here?
They don't seem urgent or frantic, but also they're Odin's ravens, and that being Odin's ravens could be urgent enough,
Okay. Fair enough. Long story short, we know where we're going to be.
I guess we could bow to Billinger and I'll say, thank you for your hospitality. I think we're gonna step outside and get some fresh air, if that's all right with you.
He nods his head.
Okay.
Just a sanity check. I did hear that, like, they want us in the building, right?
No,
Or
they're
during
telling
the
you to leave.
discussion? Oh, they're telling us to leave. Okay.
The birds are directing you outside.
Okay.
And if you all pay your goodbyes and leave, the ravens are out the door before you. As you go outside for this fresh air, you see both of them land on the arm of one Odin, who is currently back turned to you all, standing at about, 13 feet tall. As one by one, you all leave the building.
I walk up to him and just fold my arms and don't say anything. But it's more of a stomp. I stomp up to him and stand there and fold my arms.
I will give the proper bow to the god of gods.
Okay.
I will pull Gudrun down with me as well.
In kind of a swift motion, still kind of with his back turned to you all. First, he says, I've brought you all a friend. You'll be needing them while you're going next. And in a swift motion, he kind of spins around to face you all as his cloak and robes kind of part for a bit. And from the opening of where his cloak once was, stands a certain warrior of Asgard with bright, shiny new equipment. Kavak, you stand there before your once allies who you helped guide through Helheim, now back with them.
Good to see you again. How much and yet how little you've changed. Your spark is ever bright, even though your cares weigh more heavily on your brows. Hello.
Yes, hello. It's a pleasant surprise to see you again.
You have done well. This is a feat to be well remembered that you were this close to this brokering of peace, you know?
Well, it's not done yet.
It has been a journey. There's no denying that, but it is good to see you again.
Odin says, the elves will find themselves peace. You started them along the way. There's a more important task at hand, which is why I'm here.
With all respect, Allfather, will this be well enough to appease your wife and the other goddesses?
I would not be here, and I wouldn't be here with this if it wasn't. And he goes to place the ring that you had to give up back into your hand.
Astrid will now bow.
Tobias kind of grins.
And he hands the ring back to you all, back to whoever takes it. I imagine Astrid. And you kind of get this. Your group gets this almost ethereal feeling wash over you all, as Odin says, "You are now all properly champions of the All-Father, and can continue your quest for us." Dangers await all of you ahead, which is why I decided to bring back an old ally.
We appreciate the extra help, Allfather.
Right, tell, where are we heading to next, Lord Odin?
Come, walk with me. And he turns around, sends his ravens off as he begins walking through Alfheim. I assume you all follow.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I will tap Astrid on the shoulder, kind of taking her to the back of the group as we're walking, and say, "Hey, I need a favor. Can you help me find something?"
I hope so. What do you need?
Okay, so remember the crown with the birds on it that broke?
Mm-hmm.
So, Sidrig said he could fix it. One of the things that he needs is 3 strands of elven hair. We're in the elven area. What's the chance that we might find 3 strands of hair just kind of strewed about because somebody was brushing their hair outside?
Hi. Also, we just fought with a bunch of them naked.
That's true, but I didn't get close enough to rip any hair out of their head.
Me
So,
neither.
yeah.
Both of you roll me a D100.
Sure.
No.
I think the only person who got close enough
What?
would be would be Tobias.
Gudrun and Tobias.
I'm still asking the both of you because it's funnier.
Okay.
96!
Okay.
96 is real good, Pie.
That is pretty
really
good.
freaking good.
Roll me a d8, Gwyn.
Okay.
Come on.
Get more than 3.
Let's see that 8.
6! Double.
More than 3.
So, Astrid,
Yes.
again, because I said it's funnier this way, for the people
Uh-huh.
who did not get into melee whatsoever.
Could have been blown by the breeze, you know.
Yeah, you definitely see some hairs maybe on Gwyn's
Stuck in your mouth.
yeah, like Gwyn's like shoulder,
Uh-huh.
leather or whatnot
Mhm.
that are definitely not hers. They're like
Okay.
this bright ethereal blonde.
Ooh. So really carefully, I'm gonna like take them off her shoulder and gather them in my hand. And we know they're not mine. Here, what do you think of these?
Oh, that's perfect. Great. I feel like the other one we have a better chance of probably encountering at some point other than getting the elven hair. So this definitely takes what I would consider the hardest one off the list. Thank you.
What else is on the list?
Oh, just a piece of a molten fire giant.
Oh, just that. Okay, no
Just that.
problem.
Yeah, exactly. We should be fine.
Okay.
We should run into one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I will put the hairs in a little pouch and then stick it in my bag so I don't lose it.
Okay. And as you're walking, getting back to the conversation, Odin says, I will be sending you to Vanaheim, a dangerous realm full of dangerous beasts. We need you to uncover as much information as you can about the ship Naglfar. It is said to carry the giants to battle at the beginning of Ragnarok. I will be sending you there in search of Njord, Vanir of the Sea, so you can find out what he may know.
Gwen's gonna lean over and whisper to Astrid, "See? Easy. The ship carried giants. There's probably a fire giant on there. See? A lot easier.
Mm-hmm. Should be no problem.
No problem."
Could you put some stuff in chat, some spelling for me, please?
Sure. Vanaheim.
I was like, Anaheim, California.
The
Fantasy Norse Disneyland in Anaheim.
Naglfar. Then Njord. Boom.
When I hear the area that we're going to, can you tell me what element does the least amount of damage and what element does the most amount of damage, please?
Yes. I will kindly direct you towards our pinned Discord message as well.
Thank you. That is correct.
Vanaheim, force damage is greater, psychic damage is lesser.
Okay.
Everyone's favorite D&D mechanic, the Discord pinned message.
One of these days I'll remember it's there.
Yep.
Not today.
Nope.
Yes, today is not that day.
Gwen has keen mind. Mackenzie does not have that feat.
Neither
Not
do
at all.
I have sluggish mind.
All right, I got that noted. I will casually share that with the party as we're walking.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to share that information. Eventually, Odin does come to a stop. He turns around as the ravens land back on his arm. And he looks at all your group and says, "Are you all ready for your next step of this journey?"
I believe so.
Fortune favors the bold.
Gwen gives a firm and determined nod.
And if there are steps they're not ready for, I will guide them back to the path.
Honestly, he doesn't even do anything. You swear there might be a twitch from Odin signifying something, but there isn't before you're all engulfed in, rainbow-colored bridge as you are taken through the Bifrost and towards a new realm. Before we get to that realm, we're going to take a small 10, maybe 15-minute break so you all can level up.
Yes!
Yes!
Hey!
Yes!
Woo!
And then we'll continue the journey on Vanaheim. So quick break, level up, be back. Okay, we are back from the level up break. Party is leveled up to level 11. They got some new goodies. I can't remember what I used to do during level ups. I think I would have you guys tell the audience what you got. So let's just go in order of the bottom. So Gwyn, what do you get on a level up?
Can I go last, please? My computer's freezing.
Astrid, what do you get on a level up?
So, got me some hit points. I'm still just in double digits, but I'm feeling slightly less squishy. I picked up a cantrip, Starry Wisp. Do you want to know what things do, or are we just naming things?
You can just name things.
Okay, so I picked up a cantrip called Starry Wisp, and I can also now cast Seeming and Mass Cure Wound.
Tobias.
I'm a level 1 fighter now,
Oh!
so the second one might help. I was also thinking healing, and I also picked up a fighting style for extra AC.
Nice, nice. What's our guest? What's Kavak getting?
Yeah, so I got 2 new spells. I chose a Lightning Arrow and Pass Without Trace. And then being a Gloomstalker Ranger, I get Stalker's Fury so I can turn a miss into a hit. Or attack again on the miss, rather.
And we're back to you, Gwyn. Are we alive?
We are alive. So I got a new cantrip. I got Message. And then I got Summon Dragon. This is one of my big spells. And then I got 2 other smaller spells. I got... Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness gracious. I got... Tensor's Floating Disc.
Ooh.
I think that could be very useful. And... what's the other one?
I almost picked Message.
Message is dope.
Message is a good one. Apologies, I picked one more, and I don't recall what it was, because my computer is being silly when it comes to loading, so...
Did we say dragon already?
Dragon, yes.
Alright, well,
Oh, enlarge, reduce.
And
Ooh, yes. Yes.
When Ginger comes back, she's gonna love that because you can make her huge.
Yes, I can.
Alright. So, with the level ups in order, you all find yourselves. I forgot to add a little. I usually add a little image for each of the realms, but I forgot to add it for Vanaheim. So we're just gonna stay here. I should de-level you for that.
It's worth it. Go ahead, bump me to level 10. I don't care.
You guys come out of the portal of the not portal of the Bifrost in Vanaheim. There are trees surrounding you. It is very much a... What's the best way I can describe it? It filled with, like, almost not tropical in nature, but it is a very beautiful forested region. You can hear the sound of water all around you. You can see... Actually, tropical is the right word. It is very much... You feel this humidity hit you almost immediately. You know, trees stretching every which way, bright greens, waterfalls you can hear in the distance, and how kind of the Bifrost to leave you kind of just in the middle of this, not knowing where you're meant to go. And you're in this tropical forest.
Well, I guess we need to try to find our way to the sea.
Can I do a nature or survival check to see if there's any recent signs of like other humanoids? Like, are we in a completely wildlit area? You know, how disturbed is this terrain?
Sure. Give me a survival.
Okay. Not sure if my dice tower comes up on the mic. That is a 17 plus 6, so 23.
23. Okay. You look around a little bit, you know, because there's no real sign of where to go directly where you appear. But you look around a little bit, taking your time, being careful, as you were told Vanaheim is a dangerous realm. And you do see, maybe not the path of humanoids, but you do see the path of like smaller creatures. Being a ranger, you can clearly tell it would be the tracks of like prey creatures going towards this forward direction.
I'll tell the group if we're low on supplies, forage will meet us that way.
Sounds like fun. Tobias will take his bow out.
Okay.
If there are no better ideas, we could follow this seeming of a trail. What else are we looking for?
Well, we're supposed to be finding Yord Veneer of the Sea to talk about ships. So that's all we got. That's all we know.
If we could scout to find a source of water, a river or a lake, that might point to a coast, which might be where we'd find this Lord of the Sea.
That seems reasonable. And Kavak, now that Odin is gone, I will say that I'm very happy.
That you're what now?
That I'm happy to see you.
Likewise, thank you. Yes, the Allfather can be a little bit much.
We have a beef right now, the Allfather.
I wondered as much. If he is being too unkind on you, I can always put in a word.
I think I kind of have him where I want him right now, but thank you. I will keep that in
Okay.
mind.
If you need to know his least favorite fruit, let me know. He's allergic to many things.
Is that so?
Not that you would ever misuse that language or that information, but
Ah. And Astra turns to Gwen and says, "It's a shame there wasn't a wedding banquet."
I don't think it's worth it at this time. I
No.
know that you will come up with a way of having a clever way to poke jabs at the Allfather, but let's get through this first, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm just so tired of this.
I know, I understand. Looking at Kavek, do you utilize your shield at all?
I have proficiency for one, but I don't currently have one.
Gwen will kind of shrug off the shield that is on her back and extend it out to you and say, I'm not one for a shield, but if you can utilize this, please take it.
I can, and thank you. And in return, I'll give you one of those little crystal fruits I make with good berry. So looks like a little crystal star, but it's basically just a good berry.
Love that.
Pretty.
Love that. I will pocket that, and you can add a level 2 shield to your inventory.
Fantastic.
Yep, +4 AC to you.
Nice.
Does anyone have any summonable flyers? I can do conjure animals. Anyone have familiars to maybe scout and find a direction?
Yes, I do. I can summon my raven.
How thematic.
Very. And I will, if no one objects to it, I will take the time to summon my raven.
Okay.
Please, go ahead.
Your raven had a name, right? It wasn't just a copy of Hugin and Munin?
Correct, it's Elding, which means dawn.
There you go. I forget how familiars work. Do they roll for perceptions, or do they use yours?
They have their own stat block, so I can roll on their perception. Yeah, the raven has a +3 to perception roll.
Okay. I will gladly take a ravenception.
Perfect. While the raven is in the sky, I will kind of take a seat and just kind of rest my back against the nearest tree and close my eyes, and I will go into my my raven's sight as it's flying about.
Buddy.
You know what? I think I'm gonna cash in the reroll for your no. Is it a reroll for your birthday?
It was a potion for
Or
my
was it a
birthday, but
potion?
I don't think you've used the New Year's reroll.
I have not in this game.
I forgot we had one.
I will use my New Year's reroll on this perception check.
Go for it.
Hey!
It would have been so funny if it was worse.
Oh my god, yeah, I was waiting for that. All right, so 22, and I'm seeing through the eyes of my familiar.
Okay. As you take over the eyes of your familiar, as you're flying through the air, you are following these small animal tracks. And eventually, you get to this clearing of trees. You can see markings and almost runic-like symbols cut into the very dirt in this clearing. There are rocks within the middle that are covered in moss, and you can see that there is smoke, almost like groupings of smoke that seemingly like emanate from the ground and the rocks as well, not too far ahead of you.
Spooky.
I will repeat all of that out loud as Endling is going around and procuring all this information for us.
So information is repeated back, clearing, rocks in the middle of the clearing, runic symbols carved into the ground, and almost this cloud fog emanating from the ground and the rocks.
Can I pull out my book and hold it open and have my magical quill draw the runes into the book?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I want to copy down all the runes in the book, and then when Endling is coming back and I get out of their sight, I want to look at the runes and see if I recognize them.
Okay. Give me an Arcana.
Sure. Damn it. 14.
14. Okay. So, I'm going to say that you recognize some of the runes to be symbols of conjuration.
Oh, okay.
But it's similar to the elven magic that you didn't fully understand back in Alfheim. It is similar type. You're able to recognize the magical strings within the runes, but you can't tell exactly what for, because this is otherrealmly magic.
Okay, so they have recognizable features from the other realms that we've been to, but to like narrow it down, I don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I will share that with the party as I get to my feet and pick up my book.
Should we head in that direction then?
I think that would be wise.
I think
we
so,
don't really
yeah.
have much other leads to go by. Tobias, what do you think?
I think we should proceed with caution. If it's the conjuration, we don't want to be ambushed by something.
Well, this could be a good occasion for Pass Without Trace, if we all want a plus 10 stealth.
Yes, please.
So Kvak's eyes will glow more of a gray than the normal brightness of the Asimar, and that grayness spreads from his aura to touch all of his friends. It looks like you levitate for a brief moment, then you settle back down as if you're stepping through mist. So we all have a plus 10 to any stealth checks for some time. I forgot. Let me check.
I think it's an hour.
I think it is an hour. I think it's a very strong spell.
We
For
do have to
enough
stick close to
time
you, right?
That it'll be useful.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm happy to take point, and someone else can as well. Yep, up to an hour.
Lovely. I will stay in the back, but I will send my raven forward just to kind of scout. But I won't be in its eyes, but I will pick up a ping if anything dangerous is coming by.
All right, everyone, roll me your stealths, please.
Thank God I'm
The
so good.
plus
At this.
10.
I'm so good at these.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Damn. 34.
That was almost a 2 for me because I have the digital dice on. That was terrifying. 28.
37.
Okay.
Oh, fine.
What is it, Pathfinder?
I got to feel
Medium
really
point.
great for 2 seconds.
You are all able to begin sneaking your way through these woods and into this clearing. Where?
Can I hold a cantrip?
Yeah, sure.
Can I hold an action? Thank you.
What are you holding?
Starry Wisp.
Okay.
What does that do? I don't actually know.
It's really fun. I get to launch a mode of light, 60 feet. It's a ranged spell attack for 3d8 radiant damage, and then the creature is tagged and can't be invisible until the end of my next turn. So it's kind of a short-term fairy fire single target that does damage.
Also, because this is the forest and we're tracking, we can know more details of those creatures. Difficult terrain doesn't slow us down because forest is one of my favorite terrains.
Nice.
Love it.
So, Kavak, you are able to lead perfectly. You can recognize the trail of the creatures as what would be akin to like squirrels or whatnot on Midgard, or maybe
Right.
smaller like well, not smaller because they're the world's largest rodents, but like capybaras. Um,
Yeah.
uh,
Astral chipmunks or something.
yeah, you're able to lead the group through. As you get yourselves to the edge of the clearing, you begin to smell honey and incense wafting into your noses.
Mm.
Again, you can see now a bit easier. These groupings of smoke are in specific locations. It's not just emanating from everything. There are like patches of fog that are just there in specific spots, and you can see in the center these runic shapes and markings. I'm gonna take you. Your tokens might be wrong, but we'll see. Actually, let me make sure your
Ooh, how
tokens
curious.
all have vision as well. That's important.
That does help. Rumor has it. I think that helps.
Nah.
I like to see. Just a thought.
Vision, vision, vision. You all have vision. All right, let me move you maps. That's the wrong music.
Jesus.
It's
We just
fun,
got
though.
here and everybody's like,
I
fight,
know.
fight,
Oh no,
fight.
God. There was another piece of music above it that I must have clicked wrong. I'm sorry. I want this back. And again, there's I don't have it on the map, but there's a pile of rocks in the middle of this symbol, or these markings.
Do we see anyone that would be the source of the honeyed incense smell?
You give me a perception.
Sure. Let's see. That is a 13 base plus ... 6, so 19.
19. You do not seem to see anyone exactly. It seems to kind of just be permeating this area. If you maybe Kavak, you take a few steps back to the point where you're no longer within like the visible circle of this clearing, the smell kind of begins to recede and goes back to the normal smell of a tropical forest. And then you step back into the clearing and you begin getting the honey and incense once more.
Does that strike that it's an unusual distinction that way? Because usually smells are more diffuse. So do I suspect it's like magical or artificial somehow?
I think it's a safe assumption. You are in a new realm. You're in a different realm. But with your knowledge from Odin that you've been granted, it's a safe assumption that this is likely magical. If not coming from the realm itself, coming from something else.
I'll pass that knowledge on to the group.
You're all befitted with that knowledge. Do with it what you will.
Knowing that it's magic now, can I roll an Arcana check to see if it's magic I recognize? Like maybe these are dwarves, maybe these are people from Asgard, maybe it's elves, like so magic that I've been around to see if it's anything familiar.
Sure.
$29.
29. Okay. You would definitely recognize this as other realmly magic at hand. This is not the magic of the elves, not of the dwarves, but of the Vanir. They are kind of the opposites to the Aesir. Aesir, Odin, Thor. The Vanir being Njord, Freyr, Freya. This is magic of them and their kind.
Oh.
Oh, okay, interesting. All right, I will share that. I will share that with the group. This seems to be magic of the Vanir,
Mm-hmm.
um, Freya's group, um, and those of her brothers. So, yeah, this is their world. It seems like, or at least this is their magic.
And we must tread
Terrific.
lightly. Mm.
Or perhaps, if it's their magic, it could be like a beacon to them? Would we be able to call to Njord from here?
Oh, maybe.
We can definitely try. There may be people here, though. Does anyone here see anything?
You guys can give me perceptions if you'd like.
Okay. 3 plus 8, 11.
You guys don't see anyone. There are no other figures other than your group seemingly here in this clearing. You do see, the occasional animal that goes by. Seemingly actually going around the clearing.
Oh.
And then there is the moss-covered bundle of rocks within the center of the markings.
Does this look familiar? Like the setup of when we got the bow that Tobias is wielding?
Oh,
It does somewhat look similar.
hi, tell me these again. Are these patches of fog, did you say?
They seem to be, little circles of fog, smoke.
So is it just like light down low to the ground, or is it like a pillar, or?
It is like a... It is very odd with how they look, because they're not dissipating. They look very much static in their positions. If you were to walk into it, the fog would be, like, just under chest.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. I'm so tempted to walk in, you guys.
Oh, I know. Me too. I am. Gwen is not, but Mackenzie
Send your
is.
familiar in, maybe. See what they can find out.
This is true. Yeah, I will send Indling in to kind of the center area, flying low to see if she draws any attention.
Into the... Here.
Into the here.
Into the overall clearing. Yeah.
Okay. You send in your familiar. Flying through. Nothing appears to happen just with them flying through.
Okay. I will send them over to the rock, and kind of hover above the rock, see if anything jumps.
Nothing appears to happen. And I just
they
want to say,
land
this is a rock, but the bundle of moss-covered rocks you notice is in the center here. I just don't have it on the
sorry. Yeah, that's where she flies over, and I'm going to have her land on the moss-covered rock.
Okay. I'm gonna roll something.
Roly-poly.
Dice.
Roll for exploding burb.
No.
You want higher or lower?
Lower, please.
Okay. Bird lands on the rocks. Nothing seems to happen.
I would like to lean against Tobias and let my vision go into Endling's eyes. And I look down at the rock. What do I see? Do I see any writings? Do I see any markings or carvings on it?
Compared to the little podium that you got the special bow from for Tobias, this does not, as you look down, appear to be the same. This is very much like a rock tower. Like someone placed these rocks in order, biggest at the bottom, then smaller, then smaller, then smaller, then smaller, all the way to the top.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Looking through my bird's eyes, may I have another perception check roll to kind of scan the forest line now that one of us essentially is in the middle?
Sure.
$13.
And what are we looking for exactly?
Signs of life on the outskirts of the forest looking in.
There, other than maybe the occasional animal walking by, you do not see anything.
Okay. I will have Endling hop off the rock and just like kind of trot slowly on the ground.
Okay. Nothing appears to happen.
Cool. I'm gonna have Endling make its way this way.
Mm-hmm.
And when it gets into the tree line, it's going to take she's going to take off into the air and just basically just make a circle above us. And if she gets safely to the tree line and up in the air, as soon as she starts circling, Gwen is going to drop out of the eye.
Which does happen. You come to.
Well, Endling made it to the rock. There was nothing of particular interest on it. It's a bunch. They're stacked from biggest to smallest to the top, and was able to hop across the entire opening, get into a tree, and fly up without any issue.
If we're concerned about potential safety, I'll say, less at stake than those of you that are more directly mortal. I could wander into the middle, see if someone greets us.
I mean,
And
if you're willing.
if they have an aggressive greeting, I'll greet them back.
Why not? And I'll, maybe as I walk towards the center, hum some tune that maybe would have been familiar in some of the halls of various patrons to suggest that we're hospitable.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'll head to the middle.
Okay.
Just kind of humming and walking and kind of turning in a circle with my arms in a gesture of, hey, there's no weapons up in these hands, you know?
Do all of you stay exactly where you are? Do you get closer at all with Kavak? Or are you staying exactly?
I'll be
We're
right
a little
here.
bunched up. I think I'm going to come up here and just kind of take maybe partial cover.
Okay. I feel like Gudrun would probably be up front. Just wander
Yeah,
upwards.
I think, yeah, Gudrun's walking with him for sure.
We would probably check out the lines and yeah. But I think Tobias would probably just stand right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Gwen's going to stay where she's at. I will ready a fire bolt to hold in my hand in case something gets launched at Kvek. My response is going to be to shoot whatever gets shot at him out of the air.
Okay. So.
And I'm still holding Starry Wisp, and the trigger is.
What is the trigger?
Just any hostile action against us.
Kavak, as you begin stepping towards the center, You notice that the markings underneath your feet as you walk in begin to kind of glow this low, like this low glow
Mm.
that slowly gets brighter the closer to the center you walk towards these rocks. And you do make the note that the animal familiar did not trigger this. It is very much your steps that are triggering this. And you begin to feel a... Actually, roll me a perception clock.
Okay. Let's do the fancy shiny dice. Ooh, 15. Plus... It's 23.
Okay. You begin to feel this low rumble as the rest of these markings begin to glow and the rocks begin to shake. As the rocks begin to shake, you maybe get a chance to take a step back or two.
Yep. Yep.
I'm going to put
I will point out that this thing has legs.
I'm going to put you right here.
Okay.
What are you pointing out, Astrid?
There's a way to interpret these markings like it's humanoid.
Legs and arms or tentacles. Unclear.
Yep.
As you begin to feel the rumblings, you notice that the rocks themselves begin to burst outwards as in front of you now, because I'm a liar. I'm a horrible liar. This music was intended.
Yeah.
Bursting from the rocks, staring you down.
It's an earth elemental!
Oh, we could have had an elemental battle.
Mass form of living rocks. And we're gonna do one round of combat before we end the session for tonight.
Yay! Okay, and I've got a +8. I'll roll it here. RD20 plus 8. 26 for me.
26. All right, let me add your turn, and then we'll just we'll cardboard cut out Gudrun right now. I'll deal with her next session.
That's fine.
Kavak, you are first.
Okay. I will say to the creature, though we are in your realm, and it is your want to end us, I will still say that we would have passed with peace had you but stepped aside. But since you have chosen hostility, we will respond in kind. And I'll activate as an action my Radiant Soul feature. Use your action to unleash divine energy. Eyes glimmer. I get incorporeal wings. Fly speed for 1 minute. And on each turn, I can deal extra radiant damage to one target when I deal damage to an attacker's spell. So that's my action. And then I will fly back and away over here-ish to be close to one of these glowing circles. Who knows what they do? They look plot relevant.
It is going to try and attack you.
Okay.
It's going to swing at you with its massive rock arms for a 28.
Okay. That'll hit, even with my fancy shield from Astrid. I'll do some damage.
20 bludgeoning damage, and I need a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay. Strength saving throw. That is 18 minus 1, 17.
17. You are able to fly. You are going to take 20 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. That's fine. All right, 20. And then bonus action, I will cast Hunter's Mark on it so that when we get in the combat next time, I'll have the extra D8 of Radiant and whatever the die is from Hunter's Mark.
Okay. Win.
So, there's a big look of surprise on Gwen's face, which I think is very fair. She's going to point a finger at it as she's gripping onto her book, and she's going to shout out some magic words. Let's see, 40 foot. 40. I believe that's 40 by 40.
Okay.
I need a wisdom saving throw from it. DC 18 for slow.
Ooh.
Good idea.
Mm-mm.
DC 18.
Yes, sir. Wisdom save, please.
29.
Shit.
Bullshit. Hold on. Hold on.
Do we have any stuffs?
I have stuffs. I'm gonna reaction cast silvery barbs. Please roll again.
Yes.
Okay.
Silvery Barb is much more fun on this side of the table, gotta say. Much more fun on this side.
Alright, must re-roll using the lower roll. 30. So the
Damn it.
lower roll is still 29.
Damn it.
Yep, the
Wow.
lower roll is still 29. And then my advantage will go to Tobias.
Okay.
I
Had to
will
try.
take right. Yeah, it's worth a shot. I will move back here, and then with my final action, my bonus action, I will cast a. Let's see. Sorry if you can hear the dogs.
Yep.
They're playing. They're very happy. They're having a lot of fun. I will cast Firebolt at it.
Okay.
It's a 13 to hit.
So that does
I
hit,
wonder.
but the
Oh, wow.
But okay, hold on. Let me explain. It hits the physical being, but the fire dashes off of its rock armor to the point where it is a miss. It is a thematical. It is a hit, but a thematical miss.
Hmm.
Okay, interesting.
Got it.
Alrighty. That will end my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action to cast a spell. And let me see here. I need a thingy on the board.
Ooh, shiny.
Well, that's not what I
We
want.
like shinies, mostly.
Usually.
Except when the shinies are turned against us. That's not fair.
Because the
No, we don't
shiny
like those.
is going to be a moonbeam right on top of Gwyn.
Counterspell.
Oh, no.
Nice. Wait, didn't you use your reaction
You
already?
already used your
The
reaction
silvery
on
barbs?
Silvery Barbs, and it did not come
Then
back
I
to your
counterspell.
turn yet.
It comes back at the end of my turn. My turn ended. My reaction's back.
Then I don't counterspell.
Your call, Pie.
It has to come back to your turn for that to happen, because that's the way it works.
Didn't
with,
it though?
It has to work. That's how it works with monsters. When a monster with legendary actions uses their actions, it has to come back to their turn for them to use it. So you would still technically be in the no reaction zone.
Ah, okay.
It ha- it
I
has
will
to
give
come-
myself that
counterspell.
spell
It has
back.
to come back to you.
Okay.
Then I got it. Counterspell.
Different person's counterspell.
Okay, you counterspell it, and the moonbeam does not go off.
Okay.
Astrid.
I would like to cast Bane. That is a Charisma 16 saving throw.
The slow field is no longer there, right? It doesn't, or does it? Does it stay there? Or Gwyn.
Oh, it stays. It's a concentration spell.
Okay. All right, Astrid, you are casting Bane, Charisma save,
Mm-hmm.
18.
Damn it. Had to try. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Tobias.
Alright, I think Tobias will use a third level spell slot to cast Haste on himself.
Okay.
And then as a bonus act, I don't know if it's going to be effective yet. Yeah, I'll hold my bonus action for a minute, but I'm going to move 5, 15, 20, 30, move over here,
Okay.
and I'll take a shot with the haste attack.
Okay.
Okay. Go!
Get it.
Oh. Okay,
That will hit.
Hmm.
good. Did it look like it hurt it?
Your arrow flies out, strikes the rock, and shatters on the rock, doing nothing.
Gotcha. And that was from a magical weapon. That is not good. Tobias is gonna switch weapons, and then I think I'll end my turn there.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it is going to cast another spell with a legendary action.
Uh-oh.
Let me look here. Tobias, I need a wisdom saving throw, please. You feel yourself looking at this monster, looking at this creature, and you suddenly begin to understand it. It's a rock, but you begin to kind of become one with its thoughts as you turn and see the 4 other people threatening your friend
Oh no.
as you've been
Oops.
dominated.
Oh, that's not good.
Its turn.
His eyes glow red.
You know what? Actually, his eyes begin to glow this sickly yellow, just like that is emanating from the rock monster.
There we go.
The rock monster, before this will be the final attack of this session, is going to send one swing towards Kavak for a 14.
Miss.
And he's going to send his second swing towards Gudrun, as I do have Gudrun's AC on the token, which will not hit either. Both are able to jump out of the way as it comes back to the top. However,
I think for slow, I think he might need to roll again because he's still in the cube. Let me check.
go slow. I think it's just a
No, I
one
think it's
save
one
and that's
shot.
it.
Yep, you're right. Sorry, my bad.
So,
Yep.
saving the turn order. I'm not accidentally deleting it. As we get back to Kavak's turn, that is where this session of Journey to Ragnarok will end, and we will continue this fight in session 47. where
Lucky
I
47.
I can remove Talk to the Houses, as that has been done. And now I can add Survived. Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Don't get squished.
We're still failing at our most important goal.
Find Astrid's significant others?
Correct.
Well, maybe it'll happen in the next session. But for now, that's been Journey to Ragnarok. Everyone say goodbye to YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Goodbye, YouTube. As always, good pie and stay sweet, and see you on the next one.